Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will talk about how to get rich in 10 steps. 1. Establish financial goals. To get rich, it's important, first of all, to define what rich actually means to you. Is your plan to become a billionaire business titan? Perhaps contentment lies in being able to build up a six-figure sum in a pension ahead of retirement. There are as many definitions of the word rich as there are people. So it's important that individuals set out their own financial goals before drawing up a plan to go about reaching them. Doing this allows financial targets to take shape, even at an early stage. Here are some questions worth asking. Are you planning to start a family? Will you need to meet school/further education fees? What major purchases are you fantasizing about? Second home? Classic car? Art collection? When do you want to retire? What does retirement look like? Traveling? Downsizing plans? What are your arrangements for passing on your wealth? 2. Deal with debt. Managed correctly. Not all debt is bad. But if you're planning to get rich, it's worth bearing in mind that high-interest debt, for example, that is generated when credit and store cards are only partially paid off each month, presents a barrier to achieving this dream. When drawing up a budget, one of the most important considerations is to dispense with bad debt as soon as possible. That means identifying the debts that are costing you the most and trying to eliminate them first. At the same time, consider whether you're managing other forms of what might be described as good debt, the mortgage, for example, as effectively as possible. Are you on the most competitive rate, for example? 3. Create a cushion. Establishing a rainy day fund is an essential component of any strategy for boosting your wealth. This emergency fund should contain readily available cash held in low-risk savings, with enough tucked away to shield you from having to take on high-interest credit card debt in times of financial need. This might be paying for major car repairs or funding essential spending, such as fixing a boiler breakdown, for example. 4. Start investing now. If we're talking about growing wealth, it's not usually enough just to save money in an account. To get rich, you need to make your money work harder. For most people, the way to do this is by investing in the stock market. Investing, using money to generate a profitable return, is not for everyone, however. This is because it carries with it the risk of a partial or total loss of capital, except, usually, where holdings are kept as cash. Historically, the return on stocks and shares, going back more than a century, has outstripped that of other asset classes, such as the interest payable on cash on deposit. 5. Diversify your portfolio. There's no such thing as risk-free investing, but with the help of tactics such as diversification, where investors spread their holdings across a range of asset types, including shares, bonds, and cash, many of the risk factors can be mitigated, hopefully smoothing a path toward financial success. When you're younger and have more time to build wealth, you can take on riskier investments because there is time to recover from the inevitable market declines that take place from time to time. The older you get, and the closer you are to your definition of rich, is when you should be shifting to less risky assets to preserve the wealth you've already built up. 6. Boost your income. The more money you earn, the faster you'll be able to achieve your goal of getting rich. Boosting your earnings potential today helps to build a virtuous circle of earning more, investing more, and getting closer to your goals. One way to boost your income is by looking to progress from your current position, or even to consider a career change that better values your skills and competencies. Ways to up your earnings include: document your achievements, then use them to strengthen a request for a pay rise. Seek out mentors to help you build the skills you'll need for higher-paying positions. Improve your skills through classes or additional education. If the above steps aren't realistic, consider a career change and a job with better prospects. Beyond one's primary career path, consider increasing earnings by starting a small business or temporary side hustle, perhaps as a way to pay down debt or increase your investing budget. 7. Consider FIRE tactics. The financial independence, retire early movement, FIRE, could be something worth learning about if the aim is to get rich quicker sooner rather than later. Supporters of the FIRE approach to investing aim to cut all expenses by as much as possible to maximize the amount of money available to invest. Instead of spending money on, say, car loans and insurance, for example, a FIRE follower would forego owning a vehicle and channel the savings into his or her investment portfolio. This is an extreme example, but some of the movement's rules of thumb, such as the Rule of 25, can be a useful financial guide. This rule suggests that individuals save 25 times their annual expenses before retiring early. For example, if you spend £30,000 a year, you'd need to build up a savings chest worth £750,000. 8. Avoid schemes. There's a reason why the phrase, "get rich quick," is usually followed by the word scheme. That's because there are vanishingly few ways to get rich quickly, and anyone telling you otherwise is probably trying to defraud you in a scheme. As we've outlined above, getting rich means knowing what you want and having the discipline to do what it takes. It may take time, but it's both doable and worth it in the end. Make a plan, stick to it, and you'll spot the progress when you take the right steps to build wealth. 9. Start saving early. The easiest way to build your savings is to start early. Doing so lets you take advantage of the power of compounding. Say you're 20 years old. If you contribute $6,000 to an individual retirement account, IRA, every year, $500 a month, for 40 years, your total investment would be $240,000. But because of the power of compounding, your investment would grow to more than $1.37 million, assuming a 7% return. And you'd be a millionaire by age 57, just by saving $500 a month. 10. Avoid unnecessary spending and debt. Stop buying things you don't need. Before you tap your card, ask yourself the following. Is this something I really need? Do I have something similar already? Do I want this more than I want to become a millionaire? Every dollar you spend on something you don't need is one less dollar you can invest. Here's a reality check. If you invest an extra $25 a week for those same 40 years, you would end up with an additional $277,693. Save 15% of your income or more. The personal savings rate is the percentage of income left over after people spend money and pay taxes. That rate dropped to 2.3% in October 2022, according to data from the Bureau of Economic Analysis, BEA. Make sure to watch the full video. Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.